This video is for you if you're just learning about zodiac signs. Remember that your moon sign and rising sign also have an impact on you when you view any zodiac signs videos that feature your sun sign. Your rising zodiac sign reveals how other people perceive you, while your moon sign describes how you feel. Look up your birth chart if you want to learn more about your moon or rising sign. You, Aries, are the first fire sign, first cardinal sign, and first sign of the zodiac. You are the igniter that ignites the other zodiac signs. You are the only indication that exudes the kind of assurance necessary to dispel the shadows. No other sign of the zodiac would exist without Aries. The Aries sign is associated with spring, transformation, new life, and fresh starts. Mars, a planet with impulsive and active energy, dominates your zodiac sign. Aries are inspired by this to be an unstoppable force and build the life they want. Because Aries belongs to the cardinal sign family, as I've already mentioned, you are the zodiac's biggest movers and shaker. A cardinal sign not only dreams big, but also takes action to make those dreams come true. Leaders and initiators come naturally to cardinals. Since the masculine side of the zodiac symbolizes action and communication, your element is the fire sign, which is a masculine element. Learning about these factors helps you have a better understanding of your personality characteristics and overall outlook on life. Your sign can help you understand how you think and act by revealing your tendencies, flaws, and strengths. Knowing your element can also help you improve your flaws and make the most of your strengths to achieve your goals. You are a fire sign, which on the downside can make you impatient and easily irritated. You can channel this element to connect with your inner child. Fire can inspire confidence as well. Going back to Mars, it is because of this planet that you may have a quick temper and little to no tolerance. Mars naturally had a tiny setback. Thus, this modest setback can apply to your quick temper or a brief disagreement. But since Mars is not just about conflict and aggression, you can also gain from it. Mars fight for what you believe in and what you honor. Spend time learning how to regulate your temper because it's a valuable life skill. You need to develop self-discipline so that your fire doesn't take control of you. Due to the fact that you lose awareness as your fire takes over, this is because as the first sign of the zodiac, you are still developing your inherent self-awareness. Thus, you don't always have to be right in your opinions. It's not like Mars is a reckless planet. Even if you firmly believe that you are correct, it is probably not wise to engage in an argument without thinking it through first. Attempt to communicate in a diplomatic manner without using force. I imagine Aries as a newborn if you only think about your sun sign, which is Aries. Although you are strong and fearless, you lack some of the characteristics of the other zodiac signs. The 12 zodiac signs all have something to teach one another. Therefore, if you consider your sign, you are the first sign to act. Your objective is to gain knowledge from the other zodiac sign. The aspects from Aries is subsequently transferred to Taurus, the second sign of the zodiac. Taurus must therefore learn Gemini. Overall, each sign benefits and learns from the others. Your zodiac sign features will manifest in various ways throughout your life. For instance, when you were younger, you might have been really hyper and tried to bargain everything when you were told no. Because of your youthful explosion of energy, you probably didn't grasp boundaries and equilibrium. However, an Aries trait is their energy and willingness to pursue their goals. One of the characteristics of an Aries is that as you become older and have more life experiences, you also learn to set boundaries and regulate your excessive energy. Let's go back to the beginning, Aries, from the time you were a newborn. Most of the time, Aries babies are sociable and incredibly vocal about their desires. Most Aries babies don't like to sleep a lot, and they frequently prefer short naps rather than sleeping throughout the night. They can easily become morning people or get up quickly and without reluctance because they are born with so much energy. Aries babies become more active generally as they become older, between the ages of 6 and 18 months, when Aries babies begin to advance in life and desire to take charge of their own affairs. At this point, the impatience that is characteristic of Aries will start to manifest. A frustrated baby may have temper tantrums if they are stopped from doing what they want to accomplish or are unable to do it. Temper tantrums and other outbursts are the result of Aries' inability to control their rage. Learning to control your emotions will help you avoid these situations. The strong but normal emotion of anger will undoubtedly rule your actions, behaviors, and even your thoughts if you don't learn to manage it. Learning to cool down is the simplest approach to control anger because it can't always be avoided. Pay close attention to your emotions and feelings. Take a break from what you're experiencing if you feel like it is becoming too much for you. Put some distance between yourself and the problem by leaving the area. Spend a few seconds gathering your thoughts and controlling your breathing. Examining the situation gets simpler once you have calmed down. Children are inherently interested, but Aryan children are more perceptive than other children. You may detect a definite increase in an Aries curiosity as they grow older. The child will start by posing inquiries about everything that comes to mind. It's preferable to interact with and respond to an Aries with entire honesty. Keep in mind that they are currently attempting to learn and develop. They'll become really active and occupied all throughout the day. An Aries child will start to challenge authority at this point and start being a little rebellious and argumentative. However, they don't have bad or evil motives. Kids born under the sign of Aries are only feeling a range of strong emotions. The general mood of an Aryan child may appear to someone who is not an Aries to be extremely turbulent. A young Aryan child who is kind and loving might easily become furious and violent. As a result of their sensitivity, they take everything personally. When they don't perform as well as they anticipated or when they fail, Aries become irritated. Temper tantrums are a common result of their failure to control their frustration. Aries aren't scared to take chances and dislike conforming to social norms. They act impulsively and see everything as an adventure. Aries are unable to remain still and are always investigating their surroundings, much to the chagrin of their parents. Children with the sun in Aries have a tendency to act without contemplating or even considering. They carry these characteristics into adulthood as well. Instead of heeding others' advice, Aries kids frequently learn from their mistakes and the consequences that follow. They choose to enjoy life on their own terms, even as children, despite all the safety precautions their parents teach them. Because they are born leaders, children born under the sign of Aries want to defy the law. They think that they should choose their own rules. In conclusion, anyone can shape an Aries child into a fantastic adult with a little supervision. Aries is an ideal sign for innovators, leaders, and business people. Aryan children are brave, daring, and capable of achieving great heights in life. These kids frequently follow their strong emotions. All of their emotions, including great happiness and fury, are intensified. They become impulsive due to these emotions. An Aries child needs all the adults in their life to be on the lookout for such actions, especially any hostility or violence. They are dependent on their guardians for continual attention and become depressed when they don't. They also want to be acknowledged for all their efforts and accomplishments. Allow them to establish themselves without becoming enraged. Teach them the fundamentals of humility, since Aries kids don't realize how having a me-first mentality might keep them from succeeding in life. After discussing the characteristics of an Aries child during their formative years, let's move on. Let's begin with Aries cusps and the nature of an Aries. There are 3 varieties of Aries. Following the original fiery Aries are either the earthy or watery Aries. Each sign's cusp has 2 points. The Aries-Taurus cusp and the Pisces-Aries cusp are Aries cusps, so either a fire-earth type or a water-fire sort of person describes you. The cusp of Aries and Taurus occurs in April between April 17th and April 23rd. The 17th to the 23rd of March mark the Pisces-Aries astrological juncture. If you were born under both signs, you probably exhibit many of the same characteristics. If you were born on the Pisces-Aries cusp, Mars, Aries ruling planet, and imaginative Neptune will both have an impact on you. Your inventiveness will be stimulated by Neptune, and your drive for action will be sparked by Mars's activity. You become a creative person as a result, putting your dreams into action. You are skilled at bringing your desires into reality. A healthy Aries is brutally honest, doesn't tell lies, and is very straightforward. You get precisely what you see with an Aries. There are no facades or pretenses. They are direct and short, cutting right to the chase. Aries are known for their self-assurance, competitiveness, optimism, openness, love of challenges, impulsivity, quick temper, and fear of physical discomfort. Aries are the action-oriented individuals and the courageous leaders in work. They make gatherings fun. They make passionate partners, spouses, and parents for their kids at home. They relish being the center of attention at all times. Returning to the Pisces Aries cusp, let's discuss. If you didn't hear me mention it at the outset, the Pisces Aries cusp combines the first and last signs of the zodiac. Pisces represents ends, whilst Aries represents fresh starts. People born at the intersection of these signs are extraordinary. They have the ferocious passion of Aries, which is restrained by the tranquility of Pisces, the water sign. They exude strength and fierce desire while being instinctive and empathic. It's undeniably an incredibly concoction of two significant natural components, more intriguing than any other cusp, their outlook on life. Look for someone who has an aptitude for developing intentions, coming up with solutions, and producing ideas to spot a Pisces-Aries cusp. All the while, they make sure to be considerate of other people and their needs. This spherical sign takes its time to decide or make plans, in contrast to the always-on-the-go Aries. They show empathy and compassion for everyone they care about. Although Aries are not known for being good listeners, those born under the cusp sign tend to be good listeners because to their Pisces temperament. People born on the Aries-Taurus cusp are affected by both dynamic Mars and lovely Venus, the planetary rulers of Taurus and Aries. Mars stands for drive and motivation, whilst Venus represents the ability to persuade. You might have a propensity to be rather aggressive, and other people might occasionally find your strong convictions annoying. But when you set the example with sincere intentions, nothing can stop you. You are fiercely independent, daring, and stubborn if you are a Taurus cusp. Taurus and Aries might come across as very egocentric because they are both at ease with who they are. These people are powerful, courageous, and good-natured. They aspire to excellence and enjoy guiding their group to victory. They can come out as obstinate, egotistical, demanding, and even domineering, but they are also confident enough to know they can get by without anybody else's help. This sign finds it difficult to divide up duties. Aries are skilled at distributing tasks and enjoy taking on leadership roles. However, a cusp between Aries and Taurus finds it difficult to. Let's now discuss the nature of an Aries. At first, you are incredibly gregarious and talkative with everyone who approaches you. Injustice is a trait shared by both Aries and Libra. Any type of injustice is intolerable to Aries. It's likely that the person is an Aries or Libra if you observe them opposing discrimination and other wrongs. They don't just defend themselves and their beliefs, they also don't mind defending the weak. Your Mars will defend what you honor and what you believe in, as I've already indicated. You may come out as assured and knowledgeable, but you are also naive. On the one hand, they are courageous because of these characteristics, but on the other, they are incredibly exposed. Aries are vulnerable to harm since they have a strong tendency to trust others. An Aries prefers to learn from their mistakes, forgive others, and move on rather than exercising extreme caution. This cycle is perpetual. Because of your sun sign, you may have a strong capacity for forgiveness and forgetfulness, as well as a high level of interpersonal trust. Aries can only be vulnerable when they allow their emotions and thoughts to be grounded in their present moment. This requires them to overcome some of their natural leadership tendencies by enabling themselves to be open and honest about their feelings. This sign's inhabitants are skilled conversationalists who can chat about everything and anything. These Aries will continue the conversation even if you run out of ideas. This is true even if an Aries is only getting to know someone. They thrive on communication and enjoy communicating with others. Aries are typically more influenced by their acts and behaviors than by their words. They enjoy talking, yet they find it difficult to convey their emotions. Instead, they are the type who let their actions speak for themselves. However, Aries has a propensity to stop midway through. As an example, they might begin strong and inspired to take action, such as beginning a relationship, picking up a new interest, or obtaining a new job. They rapidly lose interest and want to do something else if whatever they are doing becomes repetitive and monotonous. Now let's get into your strengths and weaknesses, Aries. You have a tremendous amount of energy thanks to your strengths. If you enjoy what you are doing, you are someone who never loses energy or strength. Not everyone can handle the ardor of an Aries. Nothing can stand in your way or sap your energy if it's something you appreciate. The ability to lead is another strength. Aries enjoys acting decisively and even assisting others in achieving achievement. They enjoy bringing people together and stepping into the leadership position when necessary. You are also quite brave. You don't hesitate to explore new things and accept obligations without hesitation. An Aries is constantly willing to learn new things and keep an open mind. Because you dislike being criticized, you refrain from passing judgment on others. Never would you decline a conversation because of what others might say. It's great to have an open mind. It implies that you are receptive to many viewpoints and beliefs. Aries don't get overwhelmed or worry about the potential repercussions since they like the excitement. Instead, they have the guts to move forward, while others hesitate. Aries are naturally confident warriors who are prepared to meet any challenge that life throws their way because the energetic planet Mars dominates this zodiac sign. Since of their upbeat outlook, Aries personalities are popular since they are resilient in the face of adversity. They are compassionate and understanding due to their extraordinarily giving and generous disposition. Aries people are generous with their money and readily give it away, even if they don't make much. Your aggressive personality and desire for recognition are some of your flaws. Aries is the most competitive sign in the zodiac. Aries tends to put themselves first. They can't tolerate the feeling of losing or even the idea of losing. Aries people never stop battling. An Aries thinks of life as a contest. There is nothing wrong with wanting to prevail, but you must pick your conflicts wisely. Life is not a contest, and happiness is not always dependent on success. Try to compete with yourself rather than with others. Give everything your utmost effort. Learn to use your fierce competitiveness for good by putting all of your attention on the work and process rather than the outcome. An unhealthy Aries has intense weaknesses. Jealousy is one of your worst vices. Aries people are notoriously possessive of the people and things they love. Because Aries are prone to wanting to be in charge and aren't hesitant to communicate their feelings, they can be too clingy or devoted to their partners. They may react negatively to perceived slights or rejections because they love attention and invest so much of themselves in their relationships. Aries people have a natural desire to excel at everything and move quickly. It frequently indicates that they act impatiently and hastily. A hasty choice is rarely prudent. They never have time to thoroughly consider the risks and effects of their choices since they are constantly in a rush. Take some time and consider the effects of your choice before deciding. Try not to be in a rush all the time. Consider your options. You have a competitive advantage over others because of your imagination, inventiveness, and ability to solve problems. So attempt to maximize these excellent qualities. Temper tantrums and other outbursts are the result of Aries' inability to control their rage. Learning to control your emotions will help you avoid these situations. The strong but normal emotion of anger will undoubtedly rule your actions, behaviors, and even your thoughts if you don't learn to manage it. Learning to cool down is the simplest approach to control anger because it can't always be avoided. Pay close attention to your emotions and feelings. Take a break from what you're experiencing if you feel like it is becoming too much for you. Put some distance between yourself and the problem by leaving the area. Spend a few seconds gathering your thoughts and controlling your breathing. Examining the situation gets simpler once you have calmed down. Aries not only enjoys the limelight but also thrives there. They can easily grow frustrated and upset if they don't get the attention they want. Aries are continually seeking external approval and acclaim. They enjoy being praised by others and require listeners. They occasionally go above and beyond to do particular duties so they can stand out from the competition. Aries shouldn't be engaging in this type of behavior. Focus on being the best version of yourself rather than seeking approval from others. Life becomes easier once you know that your internal supply of joy, inspiration, and acceptance comes from within. It's not a cause to give up, according to Aries. As a result, Aries' actions may come across as self-centered to others, but from their perspective, they are only concerned with promoting themselves. Prior to anybody or anything else, they focus on the outcomes and themselves. Using your inner generosity to help you overcome this ostensibly selfish mindset is the simplest solution. You don't always need to be right or in the spotlight. The disadvantages of the Aries-Taurus and Aries-Pisces cusps include Aries-Taurus cusps have a hard time letting go of things, are easily sidetracked, and frequently rush into situations. The Pisces-Aries cusp, on the other hand, is quite distractible and difficult. Overall, Aries has been considered to have been the first sign to start the zodiac with confidence. Your horoscope indicates that you are changing and beginning anew. Considering that you likely passed the Pisces stage in your previous life and died spiritually, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, which is associated with beginnings and a fresh outlook on life.